We have some comedy. Let's get started here. I'm a definite Jim Carrey fan. As of late, he's kind of gotten a little bit out there with some of his views and interviews. I like him best when he's just focused on being funny and entertaining and a goofball. Um, and I respect, his views and his beliefs. I just wish he would go back to talking about funny things and comedy and just being, silly, good old Jim Carrey from the 90s. Even in Batman Forever, he was really entertaining. That was not the best Batman movie, but I think he is great in that, and as he is in all of these. Cable Guy, really enjoy that. Um, that was a Ben Stiller film, believe it or not. That was one of his first ones that he directed. The Truman Show, I love that story. That is such a bittersweet movie. Man on the Moon. I will say that there's a Netflix special now that Jim Carrey did um, based on his portrayal of Andy Kaufman. Um, and, what inspired him in his role there. Um, Even that, I mean, I love this movie. Just really well done. Some great REM music in there as well. But once again, a lot of what he says on the documentary there is just so deep and far out there. I just wish he would kind of come back down to earth, and everyone's saying that he's awakened and, he's preaching all of this crazy out there stuff. Some of it, I mean, really is kind of inspiring and good, but I don't know. I wish he would just go back to making funny movies. I didn't even really care for Dumb and Dumber 2. I have a copy of that on Blu-ray that I got for cheap during one of Walmart's, Christmas sales, where they have a bunch of them really low priced, but I wasn't even really into that. I was excited about it, but kind of left down. Anyway, done with my Jim Carrey rant, but he's kind of disappointing me lately. Hope he kind of gets back to just being silly Jim Carrey instead of being way out there. Zoolander, actually number 2 there. That is hilarious. The first one definitely, in my opinion, the better of the two, but I'm glad they did the second one. I think they did an awesome job with that. Some Jack Black stuff there. Tropic Thunder, that is a hilarious, hilarious movie. A lot of good acting. Even Tom Cruise is in that. If you haven't seen that, I'm not going to give that away, but you'll never guess who he is. He does a great job. Orange County, definitely a great Jack Black film. I like the soundtrack to that too. I have that on CD. Year One, I enjoyed that. I know a lot of people have some mixed views on that, but I dig that one. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Oh, Wet Hot American Summer. That was a great discovery I made a couple summers ago, and I really enjoy some of the Netflix spin-offs they've done of that. Yeah, check that out on Netflix. And I don't think they have the original film posted anymore. I think it's just the ones that they did for Netflix. But yeah, check that out. This is a cool copy of it too. I found at Walmart, one of like the retro pop art copies. Wedding Crashers, I love that one. 40-Year-Old Virgin, that's from my high school years. Love that. It's hard to believe it's that old now. A long long time ago. I'm a big Kevin James fan. I think he's hilarious. I mentioned in one of my previous videos there, my wife and I saw him do some stand-up a couple years ago. He was terrific. Step Brothers, Other Guys, some favorites there. Land of the Lost, really, really funny. Thought they did a good job with that. Of course, Talladega Nights, that's a great one. Definitely a Will Ferrell movie. I don't really watch his stuff as much as I did, you know, in high school and college, but I still have them. They're funny. Some Saturday Night Live there. And just some, you know, ones that had actors from Saturday Night Live. I kind of grouped them and into Adam Sandler stuff there. 50 First Dates, I love that movie. It has one of my favorite bands, 311. Adam Sandler is supposedly a pretty big fan of them. He has some of their music in their Love Song and Amber. Check out their music. Has a great vibe to it. Kind of beachy, a little bit of reggae. Even some of their stuff's like hard rock and metal. They're really an original band. Kind of all their own style. And just some goofy ones there. Christmas ones. Elf, that's a classic. Santa Claus, throwback to my childhood there. Christmas Story. Used to watch that on TBS every Christmas morning with my mom and dad when I unwrapped gifts when I was younger. Don't do that much anymore now that I have a family of my own and have a little girl, and yeah, your focus kind of changes over the years, so I haven't done that since I was younger. I kind of miss doing that, but it's not really about me anymore. It's about her and new traditions. Christmas Vacation, that's a really good Chevy Chase movie. Home Alone, the first two there, the original, of course, my favorite. Macaulay, he kind of lost himself and got out of, you know, filmmaking and more into not making the best choices for his life, but who am I to judge? He's another one who I wish would kind of come back to, you know, being creative and getting back into entertainment in a good way, but we shall see. Last I heard, he did kind of clean up his act, that's good for anybody. Uncle Buck, that's a hilarious one. That has Macaulay Culkin in it. Grumpy Old Men, I like that collection there from my childhood, especially the original. Yeah, some good ones there. Kind of start getting into a little bit of fantasy. I picked up The Dark Crystal and Legend. This is another one of those pop art covers. Tom Cruise. This is actually a Ridley Scott movie. So, with Tim Curry as like the demon devil guy there. But Tom Cruise really doesn't talk about being in this one as much. I'm not sure if, you know, he's as proud of it as compared to, you know, his other efforts. He is really young in this, so it doesn't even really sound like him. But yeah, it's entertaining if you like this kind of, you know, fantasy, like Lord of the Rings kind of movie. I would recommend that. It is very good. Visually, it's just stunning. It's beautiful. Shrek, yeah, they're great. Who doesn't like Shrek? Feel good stuff. All right, that's it. I still have some other parts of my collection here in the room. I'm gonna dive into that another time. But like I said, if there's any of these that you would like to see reviewed or unboxed a little bit, if I didn't take my time enough moving down some of the videos. Just let me know if you want to see any of these closer. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.